ball before throwing it back in. So Acuna is at second to start off the ball game. Here's Ha-Sung Kim, the other rehabbing Brave in the lineup tonight. And the first pitch he'll see missing away from Jace Beck. Kim batting .265 for the Stripers over the course of 2 different rehab assignments this year. Was with the club on the road in May and is back, still dealing with that middle finger issue. Here's the 1-0, and he'll swing and pop it up off the first base line, headed back towards the seats. Jonathan Long in pursuit, but that is about 5 rows deep, and the count is 1-1 for Kim.
You look at the arsenal, just from what we've seen in AAA from Beck, it was a heavy usage of that 4-seam fastball. About 2/3 of the time also working in a slider and a changeup. Got 3 strikeouts on that heater, got 1 of the sinker.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count on Kim. Taking off for third is Acuna. Nobody sees him. He's going to swipe third standing. Well, maybe they have taken the kid gloves off with Acuna here, letting him play his usual electrifying game. So he takes third without a throw. Pitch is called ball 2, 2-1. And Acuna, his first steal of the rehab assignment.
It was uncontested, but that's just easy speed right there for Ronnie. Got a good jump. Nice to see him, like you said, kind of taking the training wheels off a little bit early on here.
So a count of 2-1 for Kim. The pitch. He'll foul it back over the net up towards the press box and down below. Count of 2 balls, 2 strikes.
This is the combination that got the offense going last night. Get Acuna aboard, let Ha-Sung Kim push him over, and Ronald has gotten over without Kim even putting the ball in play yet. He can drive in the opening run of the game right here.
Corners a couple of steps in for the I-Cubs. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count to Kim. The pitch. And that is just high. Fastball at 97. Good velocity for Beck. A guy that the Cubs are trying to move from a career as a reliever in the minors to a starter. He did not start his career as a starting pitcher, but they're trying to make him one. Here's the 3-2. And Kim spoils one foul off to the right.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this is the tallest pitching matchup that we're seeing in the International League tonight between Baumann and the 6'9" Jace Beck.
You would have to think so. Maybe they should have tipped it off on the mound to decide who got to throw first tonight. That would have been fun. Full count to Kim. Off the bag at third is Acuna. The pitch. Ground ball to the right side. This will get Ronald in. Sliding stop made by Triantos. He'll throw on to first to retire Ha-Sung Kim, but it's an RBI ground out. And the Stripers strike first tonight, leading 1-0 over the Iowa Cubs in the first.
Well, Kim was hitting the ball hard last night, and no different right here.
Out first time up, can find a 2-out base hit here. Bring in Shunk. He might be due for his first rehab homer soon. The way he's been swinging in BP, he'll take high and tight ball 1. A couple of near misses on home runs in that Toledo series. Hit 2 off the wall in left field. Ball has been jumping off his bat, which is music to the ears of Braves fans. 1-0 from Beck. High, the count 2 balls, no strikes. We got a tap of the helmet here from Owen Ayers, and we have our first ABS replay of the night. What do you got there, Brady? Normally you see this ahead of everyone else.
I think it is a ball.
It is a ball. Pretty easily atop the zone there.
I'm not sure what Ayers was thinking back there, honestly.
So that will make it 2 balls, no strikes on Kim, and 1 challenge remaining for the I-Cubs for the rest of this one. And the 2-0 outside. 3 balls, no strikes to Kim. If he reaches base, Carlos Santana is due up next. See if Kim gets anything to swing at here. 3-0. And there's ball 4. That didn't miss by much. 96 on the fastball. And it's ball 4 on Kim, so he'll jog down to first. Acuna to second, and a big chance here for the senior-most member of the Striper Ball Club, the oldest position player in team history, as a matter of fact. And here's the 1-1. Grounded out too short. Kim puts on the brakes, gets it up into the body, throws over to first with the stretch by Santana. They've got Cowles 6-3.
Folks, we are kicking off the back-to-school season with Crayola Night this Friday, with activities around the concourse, photo ops, and crayon-inspired special
On for Ha-Sung Kim.
The shortstop, Ha-Sung Kim.
Kim, the native of the Republic of Korea. First pitch is on the inner third, a called strike. Ronald Acuna Jr. no longer with an interpreter here, doing his interviews in English now. Kim's got his interpreter still with him, though. Here's the 0-1, swinging a foul back off the net. And the count to 1-2, or 0-2 rather, on Kim. But pretty cool to see Ronald do. He did a TV interview today in English. First time we've had him do that here in Gwinnett. Not the first time he's been back on rehab. Here's the 0-2. And a ground ball, hard hit to short. Backhanded by Cowles from the hole. Bounces one to first just in time there. Nice save of that bouncing throw from Jonathan Long. And gone is Kim. 2 down in the fourth.
Another hard hit ball by Haas.
1 ball, 1 strike on McCormick. And the pitch. Broken bat, chopper too short. Ha-Sung Kim checks the runner, throws to first. Knew he had time with McCormick. And he gets the out 6-3. Nice job by Ha-Sung there.
Fans, our second bobblehead giveaway of the season is almost here. The first 2,000 fans on August 8th will receive a one-of-a-kind Chris Sale bobblehead brought to you by...
And the pitch. Broken bat, liner out to the shortstop. Kim throws to second, not in time to double up. The man at second base, that's Long, just able to get a toe back in there. Almost looked like Kim was thinking about letting it drop. And that's risky sometimes. Go ahead and make the catch here. Almost doubled him off.
Yeah, nearly got him. That's a big break. And you take a look, that was the sinker. Got it in on the hands, sawed him off.
2-1, grounded softly out to short. And Kim bobbles and drops it, and everyone's safe. That was the out right there to get him out of the inning, but it is off the glove of Kim. All hands safe. Have to wonder if maybe he was taking a look up to see where Triantos was up the first baseline. That's a tough one right there, and it's now 5-3.
Saw Kim with an error last night as well, and that is a really costly one to make this throttle there. Still almost beat that one out. Would have loved to have had first and second with 1 out, but still an RBI opportunity for Ha-Sung Kim right here.
Feels like he's due for a hit here. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. He has an RBI and a ground out. First pitch. And wants missing up and in ball 1. And he wants to atone for that error. That error could have gotten them out of that inning with much less damage done.
I'd love to see some redemption right here.
Stripers' lead has been cut to 5-4 over Iowa, bottom 6. Away from second, Shunk. 1-0 to Kim. Check swing, called strike. And the count 1 ball, 1 strike.
Pretty regular Wednesday night crowd in the Stadium Bowl, but a good crowd out on the berm. You see that out there?
Yeah, Wet Nose Wednesday. There are some dogs out there, I believe. Here's the 1-1. Strike 2. Just fitting a sinker in there at 91 is Wentz, and the count goes to 1-2. And there's a look at some of the folks seated out on the berm grass. Good night for it. Comfortable temperatures. Still some sunlight in the sky above. As we are just over the 8:30 mark tonight. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ha-Sung Kim. And the pitch ripped to left field, but that is pulled well foul up into the field house. He jumped all over that sweeper, but too much. And the count 1-2.
Just a little ahead of it. Absolutely clobbered that at 102 off the bat. Middle sweeper. And if Wentz throws that pitch again, might see a similar result in fair territory.
1 ball, 2 strikes to the count on Kim. Here it is. Framed up high and away. And the count 2-2. You see Owen Ayers trying to steal some strikes here.
A great take.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes for Kim. Any base hit you figure that leaves the infield is going to get in Shunk from second. 2-2. Lifted down the left field line, and that will head foul into the seats. And the count's still 2-2. So a good battle here for Ha-Sung Kim. Wentz did go back to that sweeper. And Kim again hit it hard but foul. Two. Popped up right side. This is back to the seats.
I was wondering to myself right before that if we would see the fastball after sinker, sweeper. And indeed he did try to speed him up. Kim able to spoil it.
Kim will tap both sides of the plate. Baseball behind the back of Andrew Wantz, now set to the glove. And another 2-2. This is outside, full count. Carlos Santana waiting next if Kim reaches. Stripers have not scored since the third inning. They haven't touched the bullpen of the I-Cubs. Not tonight and not last night, I don't believe. Or no, they did. Scratch that. Rowdy Tellez had that home run off of Fleming. 3-2. Popped him up, first base side. Underneath it is Jonathan Long. In towards the grass, will make the catch, and that's all for this sixth inning. The one-out single for Aaron Schunke. You have more of a chance to have success. Here's a hard ground ball out to short. Kim's got this. He'll crow hop and throw. On target to Santana. 3 up, 3 down for Gomber. And like you said, Brady, hard to know exactly what the plan is going to be for the Braves, but he has not played a full 9-inning game in the outfield yet, and you figure that's one thing that he's got to do to be ready to go up. We'll see if that happens for him tomorrow night. So here's Kim now. First pitch. He'll lean back to take ball one inside. Ha-Sung Kim, an RBI ground out back in the first. A walk in the second. He's 0 for 3. One-0 pitch. Off the glove. Called a strike, though. It was in the zone before it was boxed by Owen Ayers. And the count is 1-1 for Kim. And we're not sure the plan for Kim either. His rehab, I think, extends for a little while longer, though.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-1. And he'll spin out of the way. That was coming in. Sinker right in the kitchen to Kim.
Braves, when you look at these rehabs that you're talking about, they can also afford for Kims to be a little bit longer as opposed to Acuna, where they need outfield help pretty imminently. But as far as shortstop goes, our buddy Jim Jarvis has been doing a really nice job at that spot for the big club.
Jimmy Ballgame. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Let the hands fly at the cutter and missed it. It's a 2-2 count. Speaking of rehabs, we'll see another one tomorrow night. And A.J. Smith-Shawver continuing his rehab. He'll make the start. At least slated to. You can always see that potentially change, but Smith-Shawver set to make his third rehab start for the Stripers tomorrow in Game 3. We'll have that game here on PSN. 2-2. Kim, little knuckling liner up the middle. It is down for a hit. It will not be a hitless night for Ha-Sung Kim. A little fluttering 70-mile-an-hour floater, but it works. And he's on with 2 outs for Carlos Santana.
Take him how you can get him. Second hit of the series for Kim. Had the RBI ground out back in the first, but now aboard with 2 down and one final chance to add some insurance ahead of the ninth for Carlos Santana.
So here's Santana. There goes Kim again. The pitch is ball 4 high. Santana walks for the second time tonight. That'll put 2 on for Brett Wisely.
And quietly, a pretty good night for Santana with that pair of walks and the 2-run single back in the second. Now the table set for Wisely.
The second baseman.
Well, it is James Karinchak out in the Stripers bullpen, so he will have the 9th inning. The only question is, what's the lead going to be? And right now, they'll go make a visit to the mound. Everybody going to come in to talk this over with Ethan Roberts.